And here we are at Cars Remember When in Englewood, Colorado. What a beautiful showroom. Before we take you for a full tour tonight, though, I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Ryan Conrad here. Hey, Ryan, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on, Bob? How you doing?
Hey, good. It's good to see you there. So thanks for having us down tonight. Look forward to getting a tour of what you do here. So, so how did you get this awesome job in office, like the corner office deal?
You know, I went to school at ACC, took your class.
Nice.
Learned so much. I was able to land a cool job.
There we go.
But
well, what year did you graduate again?
Graduated high school in 2014.
Nice, nice.
Started here. We opened May of 2018. Started up with them as the marketing manager.
Okay, marketing manager. There we go. Well, I'd love to show everybody the showroom and the shop and everything that you have going on.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
You have time for a bit? Oh, cool. Let's go check it out here. I'm going to follow you around and we'll see what we got in inventory here.
So we got about 50 cars in here. Mainly muscle cars.
Yeah.
Some new stuff. Resto mods, original. A little bit of everything.
Cool. Well, I'm going to follow you around the loop here. This
let's start with this
the
57 Chevy. So this is a resto mod. Just came in. Aftermarket chassis. Corvette independent rear end. LS6. Completely custom interior with a 6-speed.
Wow, that's a beautiful car. Yeah, I've had a couple 57 Chevys through the years, but not one like this. That's
yeah,
nice.
This is a true craftsman build.
Wow, you even got some newer cars here too.
2019 Hellcat Red Eye, wide body, 797 horsepower.
That's enough to get you in some trouble.
800 miles, like brand new.
And this one, boy, this one really catches my eye.
Yeah, here's the contrast between the custom and then this is an original.
Yeah, but being an original fuel injected car, the first year that Chevrolet came out with fuel injection was this year, 1957. Wow.
And it has a power glide 2-speed automatic. One of the first automatic transmissions you could get.
Cool. Let's take a look around over here.
What else we got? Oh, here, this Torino.
I love your showroom here. In fact, I have been to every similar business in town, and they're not like this one here. These cars are well taken care of. As I know, as you sold mine for me here, what, a year or so ago, I guess it's been already?
Yeah, a little over a year. And it sold quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate that. We try to do a good job of bringing in quality cars.
Well, yeah, you obviously do a great job of that. All decorated for the holidays, too.
Got
That's
the
pretty
bows.
cool.
Here's another noteworthy one. This is a 1980 Corvette. Fully built as a resto mod, 425 horse, 4-speed. These cars originally only came with 190 horsepower.
Yeah, in that era there, they were not known for horsepower. Wow.
So now you get all the cool styling with some performance. Cold air conditioning.
Nice ride. GTOs too, wow.
That GTO is a special one. It's got 19,000 original miles.
19.
66. Yeah, it's the original lacquer paint.
This has not been
It
repainted?
has not been repainted.
Whoa!
Original lacquer paint. Original black vinyl hardtop.
That is really a beautiful car. I can't believe it's original paint. I love that when you find just a car that has not been messed with.
And you can tell from the way it drives. Once they're restored, they never drive like they were with the original.
Yeah, change oil and enjoy is all you'd want to do with this car. Wow. Oh, I see you got a 64 El Camino over here. Gosh, we got to take a look at that. That was my first car. When I was a kid, that was my high school car. And mine was black. I miss it, but now I've got a 66 that I really like too. Have you been down to the shop to see that one?
The black one?
Yeah.
I think you sent me photos. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
I gotta see that one.
Wow, look at this one.
Oh yeah, Yenko Nova clone. 427, 4-speed.
Oh, that's a sweet ride too.
It's fast.
I'll bet. The El Camino 64.
So this has got a 427 in it.
Was this a local car?
It was, yeah. We picked it up. A guy had it on Craigslist.
Wow.
That we got it off of.
I think I may know the owner that had this car about 15, 20 years ago. Because it had a 420. Is it coded as a Corvette 427?
I think it is. Yeah, I want to say it is.
Yeah. I think a guy by the name of Woody maybe owned this car. I haven't seen him in years.
It wouldn't surprise me. It's been in Colorado all its life.
Wow. It was at a Bannermere swap meet a number of years ago, I think, if it's the same car. I know it's a 427 red 64 with buckets in it. So
Probably not many of those waiting around.
no. Wow, what a beautiful car. Buicks are just often so underrated, I think, but they were such a beautiful car of the time.
Car, it just drives so phenomenally, so comfortable. They just don't make cars like this.
No, they don't.
Same
No,
with
that's
Impala next to it.
That's a rare
60
one, too.
Impala.
Yeah, the bubble top. Gotta
Bubble
love
top
that.
with the wings in the back, the fins. So here, this red Camaro is a weird one
Yeah, I was looking at the grill on
for
it.
your classmates. Let's take a look at the back and see what you see.
Yeah, 'cause it's got the RS kind of aftermarket grill, the hideaway headlights, but wow, a mixture of Corvette and Camaro.
I think what they did is they put on 70 Camaro taillights and rear fenders.
Huh?
And then this is a 69 Camaro right here.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everybody, isn't it?
Yeah, someone did a lot of body work on this car.
They sure did. Well, you wouldn't have another car like it in town or anywhere for that matter.
I've never seen anything like it.
No, I haven't either. 51 actual on the Ram Air 400 Trans Am.
4-speed too.
Very cool. Ooh, another 64. I still have a 64 Chevelle that's not this nice, but it's still a 64 Chevelle.
This one's cool because they added a vintage air conditioning kit.
Oh yeah, that's
So,
real handy.
Yeah, new compressor, all new R134A, Freon.
You can actually enjoy it in the summertime.
Yeah, it blows real cold.
We're really heavy on the 64s. I like it. Convertible. I think I
Yeah,
saw
this
this
is
one in
an
back a
SS.
while back.
Yeah, convertible 327.
Yeah, nice ride.
And then next to it, we got 67.
Oh, I love the color. It's that the butternut yellow?
Yeah,
or something
butternut
close to it?
yellow.
Yeah.
Or there's one other one, variation of that color.
Yeah, real similar. They had a couple of different ones that were similar. These cars are just a good investment. Gosh, they seem to just go up and up and up.
Yeah, this one's got vintage air on it. 327 power glide.
The old
Here's
Ribby.
a Riviera, original paint, original interior. 20,000 original mile car.
Wow, that's clean. We got some newer cars here too. A little Prowler.
Prowler. We got a couple Prowlers in here. Bandit. Oh, and there's another noteworthy one. We got
That's a cool car.
It's a 63 Corvette split window fuel injection.
Oh wow. I love the car. That color, that's a Marina Blue, I believe.
It's silver blue, is what they call it.
Wow. Wow, with the original window sticker. What is sold? Indiana? That is really cool. 4-speed car, black interior.
This one's got the knockoff wheels.
1 year only with the split window. They did away with that in '64 for safety reasons, but in fact, You know, hear stories of people with 63s cutting that piece out and putting a 64 window in because they didn't want the obstruction there. And you can see what they would have done to the value of their car had they done that. Wow. Beautiful car. We even got some motorcycles. Are these for sale?
Couple bikes, not for sale.
Not for sale.
The owner of the place is part of his collection of bikes, or the beginning of his collection.
So cool. Yeah, my dad is really into bikes like these, and I've got one that's very similar to this one here, and my wife rides one too. They're fun little bikes. Well, we're about to take a tour into the back area, which is often probably somewhere we don't get to go. But thanks to Ryan, we're going to head back into the service area. We're going to take a look at vehicles that are, maybe partway through service on the dyno, things of that nature. So our tour will continue with part number 2 coming up in the service department here after hours at Cars Remember When. All right, we're still at Cars Remember When after hours, and we're headed for a special tour here this evening into the very back with my pal Ryan Conrad. Thanks for the tour tonight, bud.
Oh, of course. Yeah, let's go check out where the magic happens.
All right, let's do it. So a lot of the cars that end up on the floor out here first come back this way if they're due for service, used car inspections, and customers too get their cars worked on here.
So the whole building's about 37,000 square feet.
Wow.
The shop area is 2/3 of that, so it's close to 20,000 square feet for just the shop.
Wow. All right, well, I'm going to follow you wherever you want to take us.
So the problem with servicing classic vehicles is the availability of parts.
Oh, yeah.
So you can see we have all these cars lined up along here. Most of these cars are waiting for parts.
Really?
So we get them in, on the lift, we figure out what's going on with it, and then we got to get the part. So it goes on a lift, and it could be 2 weeks, a month before we get the parts for it.
Oh, I'm sure. And with shipping times and times of COVID and everything else we're dealing with here recently, it's probably a real hassle to find. Oh, I like that Camaro.
Oh yeah, I think it's a 67 RS.
Mm-hmm.
Hideaways.
Yeah, it's got the hideaways, and it's got that vent window on the side of it there. Is that a customer's car there?
Yeah, that's a customer car.
Cool. Another 67. That's really cool how you have the ability to keep them up there.
Yeah, the indoor storage is a big deal on these older cars.
Yeah, are you waiting on parts on that T-Bird up there too?
That one,
That thing is slammed.
parts are waiting on what to do next.
Sure.
Yeah, it's on airbags.
Wow. Pretty car. Well, no shortage of classic cars over here at Cars Remember When. That's for sure.
So this is the performance section of the shop.
That's cool. What's there in that back room there?
So that's our dyno.
Oh, can we take a look?
Oh, of course.
Oh, cool.
It's all enclosed, so if you run a car on the dyno, you don't blow everyone's ears out in the shop. It really helps.
I'll bet. I'm sure they appreciate that. So if you're in here, I mean, are you stuck with all the noise, or where does it go to?
So when you're in here, it's pretty loud. You gotta wear earplugs are the best.
Right.
But it's an all-wheel drive dyno, so there's
Really?
2 rollers. I think the timer went on, so the lights aren't gonna turn back on.
Okay, well, that happens after hours here, so we can walk around. A little dark in here, but you get the idea. They got a Camaro already strapped down, another 67 Camaro. And I did not bring my flashlight, but that's okay. We're going to get a pretty good idea of what's going on here. And you can see that they've got the computers up from, it looks like, their last dyno jet bowl. That's cool.
So this Camaro, it's got a
Oh, thank you. That'll help out.
It's got a 505 big block in it that we put in for the customer.
Yeah.
And it's on here for some tuning and dialing in. It's got a fuel injection system on it, throttle body.
Oh, that looks like a lot of fun.
You can kind of see these rails down here will all adjust depending on the length of the wheelbase.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll have to come down another time when there's a little action in the dyno.
Oh,
Yeah, that'll be fun. What's over there? Is that a paint booth or what's over there?
So that's our wash bay.
Oh, okay.
Before the cars leave, we clean them off for the customer.
Well, that's cool.
Little Barracuda in here.
Yeah, nice detail area for sure.
And then this pickup, believe it or not, we just bought this. It's a 1980 Shea Ford pickup. So in 1980, this company got the rights to rebuild the Model A pickup with a Pinto drivetrain.
Right. Yeah, I've heard of the Shea company. Yeah, that it's kind of neat where they're able to, you know, make them look like that really old car that has disc brakes and can stop and start.
And can drive, yeah. Just like another 1980 car.
Oh, that's funny. So tell me, what about these cars over here on the right side?
So these over here, same thing. They're either waiting on parts or for work to be done. This truck down here, this green 52 Ford pickup, it's been a long time project for us. It's got a 5.0 Coyote in it, full custom chassis.
Wow.
Door poppers, keyless entry, you name it.
And that's a customer's
AC,
car?
and this is a customer car.
Wow.
It's probably got close to over 1,000 hours in it, I'd say.
Oh my. Well, that's amazing that the workmanship and quality that goes into some of these builds.
We got some more cars on the lift in this.
Well, what's this Cadillac? Tell me about this Cadillac.
Oh, so this is a 57 Cadillac Eldorado convertible that came in for service work. Someone had just recently bought it.
Yeah.
Wanted us to check it out. Very rare, hard to find car.
Yeah.
And they are worth quite a bit of money.
Oh, they are. So under the hood, does this have that very unique dual quad setup? Do you know?
You know, we can find out.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can figure out how to open the hood.
It does. Yeah, look at that. Wow.
Yeah, that's really neat.
Yeah, it is. I know that these are very, very rare vehicles. And this just happened to come in for service.
And this just came in for service.
Wow. Kind of car you never see on the road. This happens to come in for service. A normal day, cars remember when. Oh, I like that the Plymouth. That's pretty sweet.
Oh, Roadrunner? Yeah,
Yeah.
we got this. We bought this out of a car collection out of El Paso, Texas.
Oh, nice.
That came up. It's a 383 4-speed car. A lot of fun.
I'll bet. So is this going to be on the showroom here pretty
That will
soon?
be on the showroom.
Wow, that's nice.
And then here's a cool car over here. This is a Factory 5 Cobra replica. So we sold this car to a customer with a 302 in it.
And it wasn't enough.
And it wasn't enough. So he brought it back to us, and we're putting a 347 stroker in it for him.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's going to be quite the ride when we're done.
I'll bet it will. Was that, how long ago did this car sell? In the last
about
6 months ago or so?
Yeah, about in August.
Okay, I was gonna say I thought I saw it down here before on the showroom.
Yeah, you probably did. It was a pretty car.
Nice.
And this is our engine hoist. So you can roll it safely.
Oh, I like that.
You can pull the car in underneath it, and then you don't have to worry about a crane hitting a fender or anything like that. It's gonna safely pull that motor up.
Yeah, I like the pneumatic setup there. That's pretty cool too. Huh. A lot nicer than something being so fixed. You can't move it around. And these are all customer cars on this side then?
So these are all customer cars. These are our main service bays.
Okay.
Cars come in for all sorts of different odds and ends. This one, it looked like we were doing some axle seals on, some rear end work. It's a 68 Roadrunner.
Uh-huh.
This one's a Buick here. Hard to find Buick. I believe it's a 55.
I don't know my Buick years too well. That looks about right.
Yeah, 55, 56 came in for some engine work.
Cool car. Wow, what's this tiny little thing?
Oh, this is a little Porsche. I'm not super familiar with Porsche, so I couldn't tell you what model. But it came in for, I believe, some engine and suspension work.
There you go. You put it next to that Buick, and you're like, wow, is it a go-kart or a Porsche? An old Ford. Wow, look at this guy. Has this one been sitting around for a while and just getting back on the road again?
You know, I think so. I think the owner of it likes to drive it a lot. And because it's an older vehicle, it ends up being in the shop more than it is on the road.
Right. Yeah, that happens.
This is a Mercury Monterey, and we put a new motor in this with a fuel injection system, redid basically a lot of the suspension on it.
Yeah, that's clean
Everything has
underneath.
basically all been replaced.
Ready to be reliable.
Yeah, it's a nice, solid, reliable car now. Fuel injected, new motor, power steering.
So is that the kind of thing to where you get a lot of customers that, you know, have an old car with drum brakes and a carburetor on top, and they go, hey, you know, it's time to update it a little bit and make it stop and go safely.
Exactly. That's probably our biggest need of customers that come in. They want
Right.
something they can just hop in, hit the key, and go. A little closer to a modern car. You never quite get to a modern car
Right,
status,
right, and you
but
don't want to.
get
You have a cool
little
old car,
better.
right?
You get a little better with the fuel injection. You don't have to pump the gas or crank it too long to get the fuel up. You can stop. You can drive it reliably on regular gas.
Yeah,
so those are
exactly.
probably the biggest things we do. As
Interesting.
well as just making the cars safe. Some people bring in cars 40, 50 years old, original suspension. So we usually go through a lot of that stuff. gets
Ball joints
replaced.
ready to break,
Yeah,
and
ball
wow,
joints.
it's time to get that stuff out of there, right? Very cool. Thank you for the tour. On our way over here, there's a
course.
little area though we didn't really get to check out, and I don't know what's the easiest way. We can come
Oh,
back
yeah, we
around
can go
there,
through the door
whatever way you think is best. We got a live engine build underway here.
Yeah, so this is a Mopar 383.
A little bit of compression
block.
coming in there.
Yeah, so this motor, it came in with one of these cylinders in here with no compression.
Oh.
So we're gonna end up probably using this as a core and getting a new long block.
Okay.
Came out of our plump crazy purple Charger.
Oh wow.
It was smoking blue.
Blue smoke, bunch of oil coming out, huh? Not fun for the owner, anyways.
No.
Let's see, I think we stopped over here somewhere with maybe the Mustang, or where did we come around? Yeah, right over here. That's right, we were talking about
Oh yeah, we're at the Cobra.
the Cobra.
Now we got Mustang Row right
Yeah,
here.
you have a lot of Mustangs. So now, do you have specialized technicians, or hey, I'm the Ford guy or gal, and you know, hey, I work on Mopars, or is it kind of you have to be willing to work on anything?
A little bit of everything, but a lot of our techs do have a special trade, I'd say.
Okay.
One of our techs is really good with Volkswagens. Another one of our techs, he does Rolls Royces.
Oh wow!
Anything from Rolls Royces, Bentleys, Chevrolet products, he can kind of do it all.
So when you say rolls, you're talking older rolls or
Yeah,
any rolls?
older. We have one right over here. I can
Oh,
show
okay,
you.
yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, rolls is not something you see every day on the road.
Let's see, so this is a.
Wow.
I forget what year. Let's see what year this is. This is a 57
57 rolls.
right-hand drive.
And this is a customer car?
And this is a customer car. So he brings it in for service with our technician Eric, who works on these. And he's got a few customers that bring him Rolls Royces.
Yeah, that would take some getting used to, wouldn't it? Very cool. Wow.
Yeah, to be a mechanic technician here, you almost really do have to be a craftsman. You know, these come in, there's really no guides to the work you do here. You don't know, someone could have changed something 30 years ago on the car, they could have repaired it wrong. and then you get it trying to fix it. So then you got to figure out not only what they did wrong, and then you got to fix the original problem they tried to fix. So
Yeah.
it becomes very challenging.
Oh, I'll bet. I mean, if you're dealing with a car that's 5 or 10 years old, you know, you can get service information and hop on the computer and follow the flow chart, and there is no such thing when we come into this realm.
There's no flat rate.
You better just know stuff.
Yeah. And a customer comes in with a project, we can't give them an estimate. We give them a guesstimate of what we think it might take. But usually once we get into it, things either go one way or the other. They typically go more time.
Yeah.
That's what typically happens.
Yeah, I'll bet it does. So that's got to be a tough conversation to have. Do you find that, you know, people that bring cars in like this, that they're like, hey, just fix it, I'm going to spend the money, or does it become a situation where they're like, that's it, make it run again, I need to get it home, I'm tapped out?
Yeah, it's typically, if someone comes in and they say they only can spend this much, we typically tell them, well, you know, there's a big possibility it's going to go way over that, so we're probably not the right shop for you.
Sure.
People understand that, and then you get guys who, they don't really care, they just want it fixed right, and they're willing
Here's
to
my
put the money-
checkbook.
Yeah, they're willing to put the money
Get
in.
it done.
Yeah. So that's typically our clientele, because it can really go off the rails sometimes.
Well, I only just kind of walked by, this real quickly to get in the back there as I was filming up above. As I'm not looking through my camera, looking around, we got some cool Chevelles. This would be another customer car, though?
This is our customer car. Same with the red GT500.
Is that a real one?
I believe it's a real one.
Wow.
And a convertible.
Wow, I am not Mr. Ford, but I know that you say that name and it gets real expensive. That's a neat ride, though, regardless. Pretty car, too. Yeah. Very cool. So like over here with the Bronco, boy, these have made a big comeback. Cars like this, are these all customer cars then, or are these some house cars you're waiting in parts for them too?
Some house ones are mixed in. I'd say 90% of all these cars are customer cars that we're working on. Here's our purple Charger that motor we were looking at earlier came out of. So now it'll sit up here with no motor in it for maybe a month to 2 months until we figure out our plan and what motor to get for it.
Yeah. Nice ride.
Same with this. Here's another car that's ours. This is a 68 Corvette under here.
Oh.
First year for the C3.
Uh-huh.
So we got, funny story with this car is we got it. We bought it sight unseen. It showed up here off the trailer. One of our techs was checking it out and went for a test drive. So when he was driving it, whoever rebuilt the rear diff,
oh no,
they didn't use long enough bolts. So the bolts came out and were laying in the pumpkin. And when he went to drive it, one of them got caught in the gears and it completely locked up on him. So they had all the techs went out there and jacked it up and put these wheel dollies on it.
Did it hurt the fiberglass?
It doesn't look like it did.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like amazed.
Yeah.
Normally, you see a car break an axle, the drag strip, and the whole quarter panel comes off with it.
Yeah. Luckily, he was only going about 5 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah, so that explains it.
If he got up to speed, I think
if you were going even
damage.
10 or 15 miles an hour, boy, I think you'd be in for a surprise.
I think so, too.
So it looks like you got a couple newer rods here, too. What's the story on the FJ?
The FJ came in. Customer brought in, wanted us to install a supercharger. So it came in, and not only do we do the install, then we'll put it on the dyno and do the tuning.
Well, I really appreciate all your time today, Ryan. It's been great having us out here tonight, and I can't say enough thank yous to you. So thanks again for the tour. I appreciate it.
No problem. Glad to help out.